Ever wonder what it's like to live in a different city? Three people in different neighborhoods invite us into their homes and give us a glimpse of what it's like to live in Sydney, Australia. This is Apartments Around the World. First, we go coastal to a beach town named Coogee.
Hey, I'm Nat, I'm 28, and I live in a part of Sydney called Coogee. If you're familiar with the famous beaches of Sydney, you've probably heard of Bondi. Coogee is very close. It's just a little bit south. It's about a 10-minute drive away. The most famous thing about Coogee is definitely the beach. Literally every single day of the year, you'll see people out there swimming and surfing. It's also got a lot of really cool cafes and low-key wine bars and things like that. It's a pretty standard price for the area. Coogee is a little bit more expensive than most other parts of Sydney, and that's because we're living literally a 5-minute walk from the beach. So I share this apartment with one of my friends. It's a 2-bedroom apartment and we pay $700 a week, so that's $350 each. Our bedrooms are pretty sizable. We have a shared living and dining area. We also have 2 balconies, so that's a bonus. And we also have our own private laundry, which is downstairs. It's separate from the apartment. Our apartment building is a little bit older for Sydney standards. It was built in the late 1980s, but the interior of the apartment, you can tell, has been well maintained and renovated during the years. All right, time to show you my apartment. I really love our living room. We wanted to keep the colors like really neutral and then kind of add a splash of color here and there. We've got these awesome floorboards, but they're quite like a reddy orangey brown. So we just wanted to add a lot more of those warmer tones into the way we decorated. This couch was my first proper adult furniture purchase. And it's really great because it's also a sofa bed. So if ever we have friends come to stay, we just move the coffee table, pull it out, and then we can sleep 2 more people super comfortably. This is such an Australian specific thing, but I'm pretty sure every single millennial has this rug in their house, and it is just so nice. It looks so expensive, but it absolutely was not. So we have a combined living and dining space. So what we've actually done is put a higher bar type of table to break the room up a little bit. It also makes it seem bigger than what it really is. My favorite feature of the lounge room is this window door combo. It lets in so much natural light during the day, which is beautiful. From the living room, you walk right into the kitchen, and our kitchen's pretty big. It's quite spacious. It's got a lot of storage space. The most obvious thing to say about this kitchen is that it is bright blue. We call it our Mykonos kitchen, obviously because it's the color of Mykonos. You always have a good time in Mykonos. In terms of appliances, we've got so much counter space. So we've got a microwave, we've got an espresso machine and frother, super important. We've got our stove, we've got a kettle and toaster. Right over here, we have an oven up the top. We also have a little grill down the bottom, which is super handy. And we were super lucky that the apartment also came with a dishwasher, so we were stoked with that. One of my favorite things in the kitchen is absolutely our coffee cupboard. We are obsessed with coffees. We have 3 different types here. So we can make you espressos on the machine. We can froth milk. If you can see in our kitchen, we have a few tiles that have some random animals painted on them. Kind of ages it a little bit, but it's also kind of fun. Another thing about our kitchen is that it opens up to a small balcony. We've only been in our apartment for a few months, so we're still kind of decking it out slowly, but we think we've done a pretty good job so far. Moving on from the living room, we get to the bathroom. Our bathroom is quite long and narrow, but we're really lucky to have a separate bath and shower. We also have these 2 inbuilt shelves, which are great for storage. So we both have half of the top and the bottom shelves just for ease of accessibility. This is my bedroom. My bed is absolutely one of my favorite places in the house. I love all white sheets. I just think it's so adult to be sleeping on crisp white sheets. It's so nice. It's a nice big queen bed, so there's a lot of space. One thing that absolutely sold me on this house was the amount of storage. And in my bedroom, it came with these big wardrobes that just have so much space. So this is my little activity corner. Like most people in COVID, I decided I was gonna pick up a new skill. So I'm trying to learn the guitar. I also always keep sunscreen on my bedside table, which I feel like is such an Aussie thing. So even though our laundry room is pretty small, it has all the important things. Obviously, I have a washing machine, a sink, and a tumble dryer. But I think these rooms are really interesting because a lot of the buildings built before the 1980s in Sydney have separate laundry rooms downstairs as opposed to the more modern ones that have the laundries inbuilt into the apartments. And I actually quite like it because it means that you don't have the noise of the tumble dryer or the washing machine going at all times of the day. So it's actually nice to keep it separate. Thanks so much for coming and checking out the apartment. If you've got any tips for decorating, what you think we can do with the space, would love to know.
Next, we head to the lively and upscale Paddington.
Hello, I'm Ryan and I live in Paddington, which is situated in between the city and the beach. Paddington is really well known for having Oxford Street run through it. Now, Oxford Street is really famously known for having the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras Parade walk down that street. I pay $350 per week and the total price of the place is $1,077 per week, and that is split 3 ways between 2 others and myself. My bedroom is the smallest, but it's still rather sizable. It has built-in wardrobes and it doesn't have any connection to next door neighbors, and it's nice and quiet. All right, let me show you around my place. So here we have my favorite space in the whole house, the dining room, which is a really great place to entertain. You can probably fit around 10 people around this table, so it's really great to host dinner parties. The lighting fixture has this really elegant design. The fact that the ceilings in this room are so high, it makes it feel really grand. As you can see, this room has really large bookshelves. We don't have too many books or objects on them. We just mainly decorate it. The biggest character of the room is this fireplace. It doesn't actually work. We can't use it. It is 100% just for decorative purposes. I'll also point out we have so much storage in the house. It's just such a good thing to have in each room. There's 2 in this room. So the cupboard space is very much appreciated. This is the most important room of our house, the lounge room. We've got 2 couches, we've got, a nice big TV, and then we have this coffee table, which one of my housemates found on the nature strips. You can see that it's got this dent in it, which is part of the design. And we all find it quite funny because when we stick a glass on it, if you put it on the edge, it's fine, but if you put it on the curve, the drink will fall over. Under the stairs, we just have this little Harry Potter cupboard. Pretty much it's got some storage in it. Okay, most important room for me is the kitchen. One of the greatest characteristics about the kitchen is just the storage. Really helpful and handy to put away all of our belongings and all of our things, so we don't even need to show anyone the mess that we could create. So we've got this shelf that sits above the sink. We keep our teapots, teacups, coffee mugs, some tea on here, a bit of paper towel, and then above we've got these shelves which we just use for items, but I couldn't be more happier with the amount of space that we have in this kitchen. We've got this cute little table which we have breakfast on every morning. Because we've only got the bench top over on the wall, sometimes we find ourselves using this as a bit of a middle bench as well. And when we go beyond the kitchen, we have a laundry room. The great thing about it is it's very large, very spacious, so we can hang our clothes to dry in here. We've got just standard washing machine and sink area to wash up, and then at the back there's this little door and it's got a spare toilet in it, so guests usually use this one. It's just a toilet, that's it. For me, when I was looking for a house, it was really important that there was a lot of storage for belongings and clothing, so having built-in wardrobes really is a criteria that I will look for if I'm looking in a house to rent or if I'm wanting to move, because I'm not so sure that I want to have to keep buying dressers and cupboards like this to take around with me. Here we have my bed. It's a double bed and I've added on 4 cushions just to give it some nice soft detailing and feels to it. It's super comfy and nice to relax on. One of the most exciting things about this bed is you can lift it up and it has storage underneath. That's pretty cool. Go under here, I've got shoes, I've got bags, some more cushions, and I've just got a few extra bits and pieces which I've got lying around. This is my bedside table. I've kind of given it a bit of a sciencey vibe. We've got a conical flask. I have this diffuser and it's really nice. In summer, Sydney gets really hot, so it is really important to have a fan or to have something to help you keep a little bit cooler. And it's also right next to my desk space. I've got this pink chair, which again is really like nice and soft colored. It's a proper computer chair, so it allows me to sit at the desk and work comfortably. So here we have the bathroom. The bathroom is really nice and clean, bright and light. It's got fully white walls. You can see that there's a shower and then there's also a bathtub. Modern houses tend to not have a bathtub and they just have a shower, but I think we're quite lucky to have both. We've added in this green plant to give this room a little bit of life as it's just all white. And here is my backyard. So outside you can see we've got a little plant in a box and then there's a bit of greenery. The courtyard is not too big but also not too small. I hosted a party here one time for my birthday, so it was a perfect size for that. But we don't spend too much time out here. It's just a nice bonus to have a backyard and have extra space. If you want to go outside and get some air, you know, you don't have to fully leave the house. So I really appreciate having a backyard space and I think it's really nice. And that's everything from me. I just wanted to say thank you for having a look at my place and I will see you later.
Then we travel west to Marrickville.
Hi, my name's Abby and I'm the Office Administration Manager at BuzzFeed Australia. So I live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment with my boyfriend of 3 years and our little cat called Moose. This place costs us about $780 a week, which is definitely on the high end of Marrickville. So Marrickville is really well known as a pretty funky place to live in the inner west of Sydney. It's got some really awesome offerings. So it's a really big melting pot of different people from different cultures. So we're getting really good restaurants, some amazing bars and cafes, but we're also really well known for our breweries. They only finished the construction of our apartment I think about 2 weeks before we moved in. So it was completely brand new. You know, we're pretty lucky to have gotten this sort of place. Let me show you around our place. The thing that I love about our apartment is that when you walk in, you're met with these huge floor-to-ceiling windows. So this is our little dining room, which flows straight into our lounge room, which we also use the dining room for me and my boyfriend. So this is probably one of my favorite features in our home. This is our cocktail shelf. So we've got all my cocktail ingredients on the right-hand side here, so liquors and liqueurs. We get our wine there. My boyfriend gets a whiskey shelf for himself, and then I've got all my little shaky equipment here. And obviously, as you can see through here, we also have our awesome balcony. So we get some absolutely incredible sunsets at the moment. We're able to see it all from our balcony. And also because our lounge room has the same floor to ceiling glass, the apartment just gets so nice and warm all day. It is so comfortable in the winter. My beautiful kitchen. So it's got, I think, the longest island I have ever seen, and honestly is so packed full of storage. I've never lived in a house where I've had this many cupboards, and it's it brings me so much joy. It came with the dishwasher, which was all brand new, absolutely amazing gas stove top and oven. Also came with this real fancy microwave, which I love. Storage, we keep all of our really nice glassware there, so all of our wine glasses and our cocktail glasses. This apartment also comes with an inbuilt laundry, which is in here. So we have behind here, that's our washer. But it also came with this brand spanking new dryer, which we love. Then a laundry sink on the side here with more storage, of course. I'll take you through to the main bedroom and bathroom. My set of cupboards, and then his, as well as the storage that's over here. We've got that split. But this is our bedroom. So it features floor to ceiling windows looking over Marrickville. So we've got this absolutely beautiful leafy outlook when we wake up every morning. And we also have an ensuite in here. So this is our bathroom. That's our vanity and our sink and extra storage. We've got a full-size shower on the right, and we also have a full-size bath, which I absolutely love using. My boyfriend hasn't really used it. And again, this place just comes with so much storage. I don't know what to do with myself. I've got a little alcove on the left here, which I've been using as my office. You know, it's got a good enough size just for a desk and a chair and everything else. It's not a full-size office, but you know, it functions for working from home at the moment like we all are. We also have this amazing view from my window. This is our second bedroom, which is also doubling up as my partner's office at the moment. Got a little bookcase in the back, a fold-out bed for when we do have guests, and it's pretty cute. Again, same thing, floor-to-ceiling windows. And what we do love about this room is that there is that city view. And this is our second bathroom. So while we usually call it the guest bathroom, it actually ends up being more the cat's bathroom. So, you know, Moose has his own private bathroom. This one also has a full-size shower. You know, it's all fancy with the new shiny detachable heads and things. Again, a great amount of storage. The vanity here is actually bigger than the one that we have in the master. Alright, well thank you so much for joining me on a tour of my home. It was really nice to be able to chat with you guys and to show you around.